other lady put it down like me. I'm Fergalicious.
Welcome to Tofu Alley.
Got me up in the gym, just working on my fitness. He's my witness. I put your boy on rock, and
Sir
he be
King.
running down the block just to watch what I got. So delicious. It's hot, so delicious. I put them boys on rock, so delicious.
Welcome to Tofu Alley.
Hold up.
No beef, just tofu.
I'm the S to the E, R, G, the I, the E.
Sir
And can
King.
no other lady put it down like me. I'm Fergalicious.
Welcome to Tofu Alley.
Got me up in the gym, just working on my fitness. He's my witness. I put your boy on rock, and
Sir
he be
King.
running down the block just to watch what I got. So delicious. It's hot, so delicious. I put them boys on rock, so delicious.
Welcome to Tofu Alley.
Hold up.
No beef, just tofu.
All right, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Let me read some comments that were meant for yesterday. Oh Lord. Cheryl Burnett says, "What is really going on with these playoffs?" I don't know, Cheryl Burnett. I think there's a changing of the guard. To be honest, I think that a lot of new teams are emerging, and there's not really one clear-cut dominant team anymore. So, Ray Black says, "Don't anybody know how to be on X?" I guess you mean on time. I don't know what you mean. Let me see. Sherman said, "Are you going to speak on Tyree Nicola case?" I gotta check that out. Lonely One says, "You missed your live. Soul Sister is dancing away." Soul Sister says, "Good morning." Love Blake says, "Good morning." Let's yesterday I didn't schedule a live, but I didn't feel like going live. Like I did it. I just felt like because there was a lot going on in the YouTube streets, and I don't believe in just deleting a live. You know what I mean? I don't. That's probably the first time I didn't come live. That because I didn't feel like I just didn't feel like it at that time, and I'm glad I did it because I was able to hear some things that I just need to address real quick. Okay, so the first thing I want to address is Jay Wilson said that I'm not B sector last night doing his live. I think Tulsa was up there, and Real Mama Fifi, and I was like, what? What you? Now I'm not sitting up here saying, "Oh, I got B sector tattooed on my chest," but I was like, "Are you okay? Are you really okay?" Because like when I heard that, I was like, "What?" I was like, "Okay, so Jay Wilson, I'm B sector more than you would ever know." Not that I'm trying to, like I said, wear that as a badge of honor, but when he set up there, because I think they said, "Where did Lemon come from?" And, oh, Lemon came from Sir King. Oh, but Sir King, like I'm more B sector than you, Jay Wilson. You started off in the religious sector, wherever that was. You was out there trying to get plump with God. You know what I mean? It's just like I was like the nerve of you, but I'm like sometimes you be trying to like I'm never gonna be a cheerleader, but sometimes you be giving people the benefit of the doubt and they stick their big foot in their fat ass mouth. But anyway, move right along. Um, what you say? So you just didn't feel like it? No, I did feel like it. I wouldn't, cause that I would have come on here and be like, ha, 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 No, I just didn't. I didn't feel like it. I just didn't feel like it. No, I didn't. I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like it. And I didn't feel like. And then on top of that, it's a lot behind the soul sister. So I was just like, you know what? And next thing you know, I fell asleep. So it wasn't like I didn't feel like, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna still do it. But then next thing I know, I was sleeping. So blame it on the universe, okay, or blame it on the cows or whatever they call it. What's up, Bo 32? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. What's up? So I said hello to you, soul sister. But you said just kidding, child. What's up, Black Girls Code? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. All right, I ain't got much time, but so there's a couple things I want to discuss real quick. I do want to call out Detach. Thank you, Detach, for brightening my day with the smoothie. Because as you know, I was going through it the other day, and then Detach brightened up my day. So I want to say thank you to Tash for that because that was right on time. Because I was, ooh, child, the Tash. I was going through a dental procedure prior, so I was like, and then when I was like, oh, this is right on time because half of my face was numb. So I said, this is right on time because half of my face was not like, what the hell? So I said, I know why they don't do. I was like, why they not doing both sides of my face? And then when I realized it, looked in the mirror, I was like, that's why they didn't do both sides of my face. I've been out here looking like George Foreman, rest his soul. Um, so let's get into it. Like I said, I'm pressed for time a little bit. Listen, they didn't cut the interest rate. Like I told you, it wasn't because employment is not as low as they needed to be for them to cut the interest rate. Trump said he got a deal with the EU regarding the tariffs. Let me just say something. It don't matter. No matter how many deals he strikes, we were still doing bad prior to his whole tariff situation. So, and the thing on it, it's still gonna be tariffs, still gonna be expensive because he's putting that minimum 10% tariffs on everybody. So the reason why I got Pizarro name and Uppity name in the title is because y'all not I understand I may have supporters who are on public assistance. So this is not bashing y'all in any way, shape, or form because everybody's circumstances is different. So that's my disclaimer regarding that. But regarding Uppity and what's her name? Cowtongue, Pizarro, what y'all gonna do now? Because that man Rump is up there saying he gonna cut benefits. I put it on my community wall. He gonna cut the HUD. He cutting whatever other government assisted programs that are out there that trickle down. So he looking to put everybody but the work. If you able body, uppity, you able body and everything, round body, able body, roly poly body, and all that. So you gonna have to find a way to work. No more talking about I retired and never had a job. He cutting them benefits. So it's about to get real out here. So the people that sit online all day, you know, y'all might have to get to work. I don't know. It's like I said. He said he looking to cut the housing voucher program or something like that. It's not a funny situation, but when you hear like, I was really pissed because that's why I don't like people like Pizarro telling people they're not voting or discouraging to vote because this is what happens when you do that. And you might say, "Oh well, Pizarro can speak for my no." Pizarro has the ability, and I'm not giving her no grandiose superpowers, but Pizarro does have the ability to influence people not to do certain things that they don't want to. Like if you're on edge of not voting because you don't want to vote or you don't feel like voting, then hearing her say that, oh, your vote don't count, your vote don't matter, it may make a difference locally or nationally in your vote. And that's why that pissed me the fuck off when she started saying that shit. I'm like, set your ass up and talk about something. Talk about the casino. Talk about how you lost money at the casino. Talk about how you got a stale pizza at Chuck E. Cheese or something. But don't sit up here and try to tell nobody how not to vote and all that shit. Because then that discourages people that's going to affect people. Now, if people would have voted, they maybe would have been sitting up here not worried about their damn housing supplement or voucher getting cut off. That's why I have a problem with people who do that because now you're gonna sit up here and get real mad because now you can't afford to have a house on your head because half of your voucher is gonna be eradicated. And uppity, what you gonna do now? You know you can't move in with your Jamaican man or island man or Caribbean man or whatever man you want. You know because you know you problematic. So I always tell people you don't need to depend on the government. Don't. Because you never know when they're gonna come back and snatch and renege that stuff. Like I think they made it way too comfortable. Mm. Like I said, people go through different circumstances, and everybody's circumstances is different. But those who are sitting up there doing that and don't need to do it, y'all, I'm gonna be real nervous now, real nervous. So that's what I got to say about that. Dimples has an issue with me. Dimples, you're gonna sit up there and say I really bothered you or I really triggered you. Girl, why? How? Dimples, like I said, I was over at Ness's last night, and I said Ness, and Dimples was always quoting scripture, and I said Dimples, It amazes me how you know every damn scripture in the book, but you do the direct opposite. Then she wants to sit up there about Lemon. Oh, should have Lemon been held accountable about what happened? No, I don't think a content creator should be 100% held responsible for what happens on their platform unless they had uh, uh, prior knowledge to it, but I can't control somebody that comes on my platform, just like I could have controlled Dimples when you sat up there pouring by my ass, or else I would not have let you on. And if you understand my reaction after that, I didn't sit up there and curse you out and sit up there and say you're a woman with a pretending to be, well, you're a man pretending to be a woman with a dick between your legs. I ain't never cursed you out like that. And I got that clip of how I reacted, and I was very cool, calm, and collected, and I chuckled at it. But if any time in the case in the world that I had a chance or should have cursed you and dogged you out for your confusion about who you are, what you want to be, that was definitely the time. Just like you want to sit up here and say, "Oh, eh, should people be held? You should be held responsible for all the doxing activity you do on your platform." Like you are one weird person. How you think you can escape everything that you do, but everybody else should be held accountable? Like for what you did, I should be teaming up with all your enemies. We should have a whole privacy invasion team and go after you for the properties that the property, excuse me, for the damage that you caused to my enterprise or attempted to do. It finds you and holds you legally responsible. You see, you got to be careful how people have been very lenient regarding you. You need to worry about why you got to go over there next Sunday with a fade and a do rag and pose as something you're not to appease grandma and grandpapa and mama and daddy and the rest of the family. So you got to go over there in Timberland boots and not them parachute high heels that you were trying to wear. Just saying. Now you want to rumble, we can rumble. Okay, Tracy Morgan looking ass. But anyway, um, so that was that. Okay, so let's get to this whole limit thing situation. What's up, Detached? I was just saying thank you for the smoothie. It came in handy because I had a dental procedure I was doing, so that came right in handy. You said scriptures, Bible scriptures. It's amazing how people could quote them, but they don't live by them. It's amazing. Black Girls Coast says Pizarro is ignorant. I hate that why YouTube just hands out YouTube channels even to the misinformed and illiterate. I agree. I agree. And then she up there mad talking about, oh, don't say the ill, like they were saying kill. Don't say the ill on my platform. I'm like, why are you worried about it? You're not monetized. That's not going to affect you if you're not monetized. Unless you sit up there encouraging someone to do that to themselves. But you sit up there and say the ill word. It's about those who are monetized and can't say the word kill. And I was sitting there, you don't even know the damn, you don't even know the guideline. Oh Lord, what's up, Brickster, babe? How you doing? Good to see you. For those who are coming in, this is gonna be a short live, but I'm trying to make it for the live I didn't do last night. Bernice says yes, I agree. Fully stockable food. Sorry, Bernice says stock up on food and household supplies. Yes, y'all, please stock up on food and household supplies because we about to see the fallout of this tariff situation. Still, you gotta understand, they still have not come to a deal with China. And China is our major provider, right? China makes a lot of money off of us because we buy what they are exporting or importing into our country and so forth. We don't import or export a lot into China, but that still is going to shake a lot at the ports and stuff like that. So you want to, man, it is, man, man, it is weird. Have y'all noticed that when y'all walk into the water aisle is like dwindling? I was like, it's not, they're not carrying as much water as they used to. I'm like, what in the world is going on? But yes, please stock up because let me tell you something. This man is in a stage of desperation right now. What's up, DVD? How you doing? Thank you for being here. That man's in a stage of desperation right now. Let me tell you something. He's in a stage of desperation because one, he ain't got that China deal done. Two, he trying to make deals with anybody. He's talking about he got to deal with the EU, but I think he may have played himself because unless he get that, it's still, even if he does get a deal with China, we still gonna feel the effects of it. Second, they already predicted we gonna be in a recession by what's now May, June, July. Like they waiting for the bad things to happen, and I think honestly that's why he was pressing Jerome Powell to cut the interest rate. so that he wouldn't have to be forced so hard to make a deal. But now he got to make a deal because Jerome Powell sitting there saying, "No, I don't see what I need to see in the dwindling economic or employment numbers, and therefore I can't cut the interest rate." Now he really got to make a deal with anybody to get the market up and all that. But that's still not going to save us for a catastrophe because they sitting up here talking about the jobs and all that stuff. So because when the interest rate high, businesses there's less loans they could take out and all that other stuff. And when you paying tariffs, that's another ding on you right then and there. So even if it's 10, like I said, even if it's 10%, that's 10% more that companies had to pay last year. So for imports, for the export tax and all that. So I don't know what he doing. And then he's supposed to be teasing some big announcement today, but they already said it's about to deal with the EU and all that other stuff. So whoo, child, there's a lot going on. Let me see what y'all saying. He is floundering like a fish out of water. He is making a mess of the job he's been entrusted with. He needs to go. He just don't know. He just don't. He just don't know. Like he don't. He over. He like he played himself. I feel in a lot of ways. He felt that he could pressure certain things, but he didn't know people were going to, be able to maybe find different ways to circumvent what he tried to do. Now, Lil Blake says, Sir King, are you and Lemon gonna try to work things out? Please, if y'all are, please do it behind YouTube. Lil Blake, let me tell you something. So this is what I need to talk about before I go, and this is why I got the picture that I got on there. So I was over there and I had dropped down a King Roman live because Grand Deluxe lady, what her name is, Lori Lux or something. Her name Lux lady or somebody sat up there and trying to tell, and also Face Yaya went up there and told Lemon to drop the people, start all over. You don't need the people. Lemon is hard headed. He that's why I dropped down and said he don't. We already told him everything that people told. We already told him. Why are you messing with these people? Why are you dealing with somebody like Binary? Why are you dealing with all these controversial figures? Like I honestly feel his channel is not attractive to our area no more because if you think about it, it really doesn't involve anybody from our area. It involves maybe one or two people. All when I rarely peek in, it's people from other areas. So I don't even consider that a B sector channel or limit part of the B sector. Let's be honest. You may say, oh well, he came from Sir King and Sir King B sector. Okay, yeah, but he did took a U-turn and went left. Let me tell you something. First of all, Lemon is highly disrespectful. Highly disrespectful. Ain't nobody jealous of his numbers. He just up to say, I don't support him. That's his main thing. I don't support him. And I'm sitting here saying, yeah, I do support. But when I came over there in your infancy, you threw slight shade, and I will never forget it. You sat up there and said, "Well, I don't need no video or I don't need no clips to do my broadcast." When you said that, who the fuck were you talking to? You talking straight at me. I'm not stupid, and I'm not no dummy. So don't sit up here and try to sit up here and think, oh, why you don't support me, or I only come support you, or I only say something when bad. Let me tell you something. Everything's bad, okay? But when things are egregious, that's when I drop down and say something because I'm used to chaos from your ass. It's nothing. You're not doing no Jerry Lewis telethons over there. You're not saving the world. You're not giving back. Everything is chaos. Everything reminds me of Sinners, the movie Sinners, demonic. So what is there to? I mean, what is there to support? You ain't interviewing nobody. You ain't interviewing no celebrities. You ain't brought nothing over there. You ain't doing nothing groundbreaking. I don't celebrate mediocrity, and that's what's wrong with our society to this day. We celebrate mediocrity, and that's why I think everybody think they so great and they say grand. No, we're not giving you a participation trophy, Lemon. We're not. You're not doing nothing. You had to reach outside the sector to get the numbers that you get. Fine, that's great, but you're gonna have to deal with the chaos that comes with that. And like they say, you don't protect nobody. You don't protect nobody, even if for 1999, you don't protect nobody. And I don't know why K Fit thought she thought, and I understood where K Fit was coming from. Don't get me wrong. With her issue I'm about to call him gay intellect, excuse me, ghetto intellect said to her, I understand. I would have been, and I thought Lemon would have done after all the countless of years that he sat under me, would have been like, yo, dude, don't say that, pump the brakes. But that's Lemon. He don't care about nobody. He don't. He don't. He won't save nobody because when he see it as entertainment. The more drama and spice that's over there, is what they call it. It's more like it's like a drug. The more he want, the more he want. So no, I'm not just. I mean, like I said, I don't tolerate disrespect. I'm not jealous of nobody. I've had 3 monetized channels. I've made money off of it. I made merchandise. People bought my merchandise. People follow me from a whole. If Lemon was to sit over there and rebrand his name Fruitcake or Grapefruit, see how many people follow him over there. I've rebranded myself to Avatar Nation, Tofu Alley, Sir King, and people follow me over. Can you do that, Lemon? I don't know. I don't think so. I put bands in people's hands. I've led them off this application over to another application, a whole damn avatar. We had Jay Wilson who said he was not leaving this YouTube application to do backtrack and do the Michael Jackson moonwalk and go over there to stereo once people were getting bands in their hands. Okay, 5A and QB followed, and the whole damn B sector followed, including Rick Reed. Follow the avatar over there. So don't. So I'm just saying you can't sit up here and say that someone's jealous because I was jealous of what? Jealous of what? You in your infancy. What? I go back and I say, damn, it's been 5 years already. It's been 4 years already. I've already put my blueprint. I get a big ass footprint in the B sector that say 4 years, 5 years. Okay, a big ass footprint. Okay, you all you get is a baby toe. Okay, now let's get to the money thing. Face Yaya is right. Everything she said, because one thing when you take money from people, you have to evaluate the state in which they give it. Now, Jay Dunn, you can hear so much when you in the clouds. Now, Jay Dunn, hold on for her, we got to go a few minutes. Jay Dunn revealed. I told you that woman didn't sound right, okay? And I wasn't being shady, but we got to understand what we hear. We got to believe what we hear. We can't always cause a cast doubt on what we hear. And what we heard was someone that was not sounding audibly normal. And then she's like, oh, she's offended because they're saying that she's old. Listen, Jay Dunn revealed the lady had a stroke the other day. She didn't have a stroke the other day, but she had a stroke. So that may be going into why we hearing that she's not 100% health-wise. When you in those situations, you need not take money from people. And I'm not knocking people who are maybe sickly, but I don't do that. Well, not no $1,000 and definitely no $500 because you never know if they may need that money for medication. With the way Trump's sitting in the office, you don't know if they're gonna cut Medicare, Medicaid, or whatever's going down the pipe. That consciously would not sit right with me if I knew that someone may have not. I don't care if they want to sit up here and build a whole damn gold throne for Sir King. I'm like, no, your circumstances don't look like they're 100% stable, so no, I'm not gonna do that. You just can't say, oh, because somebody wanted to support me. No. You have to evaluate, and I hate to say that, but you sometimes do have to evaluate the source from which it's coming from, because you may be held accountable for having to give it back, especially if you're dealing with a vulnerable person. So, I already said this. I already told him that with Brown Sugar. Brown Sugar was not all there, but he still took that lady money. And I said, let me get that lady money back. You don't know what may come down in the future where you're going to be sit up there and held responsible or accountable for taking that woman's money, especially if she in what she was doing with, to him back in the day. I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you even consider that? It should be blocked, delete, don't contact me, don't send me shit. And then on top of that, in the area in which Lemon operates, you gotta understand, Lemon, you don't know if people setting your ass up. You only have to use all the money, then use it to go hire an attorney just for what they call it, consultation or something like that. What's that? It's another term instead of consultation. I was just like, okay. He didn't protect. He does studies, so why should he? I don't know. That was weird to me. I think what happened was I'm just giving y'all bits and pieces, but what I heard, and then on top of that, you gonna let little Mama Obama, who's one of your staunch supporters, get thrown in the fire too? Like, yo, like it's just like, they want to talk about Sir King did so many people wrong. No, look at how many people limit done wrong. Like, and then limit, you understand, women are not like men. Men will bounce back, dust it off, and come back in your face, which is why you see that you keep getting those dudes back in your face. Women, they hold that dear to heart. So you keep fucking up the yo, you keep messing up, okay? Because the women are the ones that get the money, not the men. So you keep messing up with these women, they gonna take it to heart and they don't forget. So keep playing them and thinking it's funny. But okay. No, it's not a deposit. It's a no, not a retainer fee. It's it's something when you go see them with your first, but it might be consultation. I don't know, but it's like I think it's another term when you just go first meet them, and but I think it's consultation. Okay, you would have take the silver throne instead of you. No, I wouldn't take a silver throne. It all it's gonna contingent on the circumstances and the individual, right? Yeah, you just gotta um you just gotta look at that part. Yes, Yaya was right. He need to start over. Not saying start off from scratch, but you need to be careful who you surround yourself. Binary. Binary ain't to no good. I told you Lemon that from the get-go, but y'all can understand. Lemon knew all these people before. They just didn't know how to break into the B sector. And Lemon knows sure as hell these people were gonna break in on my channel. So I don't because I see things from a mile away. Binary is no good. If Binary could, he could take you, he would want to take your whole shit. And just like they said, let me you on one last leg, homeboy. So you put all these vipers around you and don't know which one is trying to take you out the game. You know what I'm saying? So or planning to do something like I don't know. All these people don't y'all think it's kind of weird? Like all of them come right back around at the same time. It wasn't no slow comeback. It's binary, ghetto intellect, audio file, and then these other people. I'm like, where the hell did y'all come? Who sent out the memo? You know? So, but that's the things y'all gotta look at. Like some of this stuff be coordinated, trying to see chaotic, but it be coordinated as hell. And I just don't understand. Like, anyway. Miss, what's up, Miss? Never doesn't take long term. He needs to be very careful who he trusts and listen to the subbies like, yeah. I agree. But like I said, he a hard headed. He don't want to listen. And then he'll say, well, why you don't tell me this in the background? Because when we have conversation in the background, you don't listen. You don't listen. You hard headed. But some people are like that, hard headed. What's up, Dr. Sophie? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. What's up, Rob? Good to see you as well. Brixton Babe, how you doing? Yep, Little Mama is one of his top representatives. He did apologize for her though. And yeah, but what is the apology? Rob here, apology is like a piece of toilet tissue. Okay, go down the toilet. They go, what's up about real mama Fifi? How you? She over there on Jay Wilson's last night. Good morning, Miss LA. Yeah, it's like a toilet tissue with him. You go right down the toilet, okay? Because he gonna say, "Oh, I'm sorry," and he go back the next day, let somebody else dog you out. He'll dog you out, or he'll let his dog, Creed, dog you out, or whatever. You know. So I'm just saying, I'm not a hater at all. I've been through this, so I was just like, I think he's a daredevil. I think he likes. Don't sit up here and say, I don't celebrate you. I'm not. Sorry, I just don't celebrate things that don't ain't worth celebrating. I'm sorry, it's not. I mean, the way you talk to women, the way you curse out people, you can say you a thespian, all that stuff, but nah, I think there's some good in you. But I think every time I think of you, I think there's an angel on one shoulder and a devil on the next. And then all is on contention who gonna win out that day. And when you do a whole apology tour that you do, that's the angel speaking. But when it turns to nighttime, that's the devil speaking. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, I know, but he's still a guardian. I mean, not that many, but she's a guardian of the sun. I don't know. I don't like that when it's like public opposition to money. And I'm not counting nobody coins, but yeah, Binary is extremely manipulative. And a lot of these new characters need to pay them in a stipend. He put them on. They went from 30 views to monetization and memberships. Yeah, I mean, but Brixton, you gotta look at it like this though. Why he don't curse out nobody, right? Why he does curse them out, right? But why not to the point where he say, okay, so everybody's like, why he didn't stand up for K Fit? And I'm like, why he ain't stand up for K Fit? Because he knows he maybe needs people like ghetto intellect in that posse to maintain what he got going on. So I ain't knocking nobody, but when you know you can't sustain or maintain, or that may be interfered with, you're gonna be hesitant to do that, right? Just think with me. He ain't gonna sacrifice that for K Fit. K Fit ain't gonna be over there every night with him, right? So either stay mute or don't say nothing and keep my rapport with Ghetto Ellick and the posse, or eliminate all that for K Fit, who may not come back again still, and have Ghetto Intellect not come back in the posse either. So, you know, you gotta look at that too. What do you notice Sunday? What's up, LA? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. They pressured TSW, did pressure TSW to get that night. They always pressuring people to get stuff. And they're gonna pressure people on our stuff to get stuff if this economy go the way it's supposed to. Well, not supposed to in next month. So yeah, so what you say? Oh yeah. Yeah, watch out for binary. The binary is truly manipulative, calculated, and you know, just watch out for him. He thinks he's what? Very purely intellectual and 3 steps ahead of everybody, but I see him a long way. And Lemon wanted me to go debate him or something like that. I'm like, what? I see this dude. Why he coming through? Everything comes through Lemon Portal. Like, what? Lemon, why? If y'all take a step back and look at all the people that come from over there, and then take a step forward and ask yourself, were they here before Lemon got his channel? And your answer be hell no. The only person that you said that was here was Dragons, maybe? That's it. That's it. Yeah, exactly. The derelicts. What's up, Bush baby? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. All right, let me see how much time I got. I got like 6 more minutes. Lemon is not going to listen to anyone. Lemon values Binary's opinion and trusts him more than others because of the letters behind his name. Binary knows this. Lemon is lazy fool. Is a lazy fool. But Lemon, it wants people that are gonna be a yes man. I'm not a yes man. I'm an honest man. I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear. I'm not gonna tell it to you harsh, but I'm gonna be direct. Binary is gonna be a yes man, praying on your downfall. He gonna tell you things that you don't need to know. I mean, he'll tell you things that you want to hear, and not tell you the things that you need to know. Praying that you fall and he can take your spot, right? So I'm gonna put it. I don't care. I'm just gonna say it. Don't be surprised, Lemon, if you come to find out that Binary was in cahoots to anything negative that may happen to you in the future, and then leech off your presence if that causes an absence in the future. So get what I'm saying without me saying it. Why LA says why would he stick up for K Fit when he don't stick up for other women? What's the difference if this had been Lovely Love or Uppity or even Pizza? People wouldn't. I don't know. I don't. I mean, I guess Ace. I think it was the the vernacular that was used towards K Fit. So unless you heard that vernacular that was used, then that's why. So yeah. Sunday says I subscribe from OCC, so if I want to watch something, I have to search. When I search for Ness, both Lemon shows up right under Ness. Does she own his channel? Well, they be on each other. He be over there sometimes on her panel, I guess. So, hello, Blue. I disagree. Binary is one of the few that has his own mind and who will ask the uncomfortable question. I agree, but he's not going to sit up here and tell him, Lemon, watch out for me. Not me, but watch out for me being binary because I'm manipulative and a sabotager. That's what I'm saying. What's the reason for the LLC? Lemon still writes with fat number two pencil. What? SK was cold ever over there with Shaky. MC Shaky? Shaky who? I don't know. LA says, of course, I understand, but they do it to other women on his channel and no one is. Well, you gotta understand, like, K Fit ain't really into that mess like that. So you kind of have a hierarchy of women. Like, certain women are messy and gutter, and there's other women who don't carry their way themselves in such a way, so they have a certain, protection, I would say. Pizarro don't get that protection. Brianna don't get that protection. Lovely Love don't get that kind of protection because they carry themselves in trifling ways. But K Fit don't really carry herself in a trifling way. I mean, she did go off in a trifling way yesterday, but that's what I feel. So, you know. But when you carry yourself in a trifling way, then people are not so quick to run to your defense. So, but K Fit don't. I don't know. You gotta. I mean, I don't think it's really. I think Lemon's responsibility should have been, hey, yo, don't say that. But if K Fit was going back at him, then probably Lemon say, hey, let him have at it. I ain't got nothing to do with this, you know. But I think every time there's spin artists who want to sit up there and turn it on the content creator and to create more drama. And Lemon was out here apologizing like he trying to apply to be the Pope or something. I was like, nigga, why you sit up here like I apologize. I'm so sorry. I understand it is my platform. I should have stepped in. I didn't. I just didn't know. And next time I will learn better. Ain't that the line you done read 1,000 times? Oh my God. Anyway. Pizza pocket watching everyone because of Trump. Trump about to cut that housing voucher. So she really gonna get distressed now. She really ain't no more government assistance for her ass. Okay, because like I said, I don't think she's a mama. I think she's a professional babysitter. Okay, because the things that she says she does around the kids, um, no parent would do. Just so blatantly, like what I mean. Like if you a parent, like secondhand smoke, all that shit. Coughing, and then you hear the sound bites 2 feet away because you don't give a damn about the kids because they ain't yours. Right? You're probably mad because the mama or the daddy is late on the damn babysitting bill or trying to cheapskate you instead of $25, they gonna give you $20. So, mm, while you were emptying everyone's pockets, Fifi. Ooh, I don't know that. What's up, Kimberly Black? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank y'all for being here. Um, well, y'all, I got to go. I hate to cut it so short, but that's my 2 cents. What you say, Ron P? I think a positive note, child, though, is that it's cool to see more guys coming to the sector as. Oh Lord, I just called Ron P. Ron P, stop. It's too early. Please, Ron P, just stop. No, it ain't. No, it ain't cool when they come around here coordinated. Why do they come back? They came back like a whole damn ant pile. Like what? What brought them back? Lele says, I'm team woman all day. Ghetto was out of line for that. No matter how they carry themselves, they should be protected equally. So, okay, but then again, if you all team women, like, you got to tell the women, don't be sitting up here calling men disrespectful names. Like, Brianna will call me a bitch ass nigga and then help. Okay, y'all. Oh, sir, can't get over that. That was 3 years, 4 years ago. It still stings. Okay. If you teen woman, you should tell what's her name? I'm about to call LeBron James, Dimples, to stop dressing up as a damn woman. I find that highly offensive to sit up here and pretend to be a woman on Monday through Saturday, but can't see grandma or mama on Sunday. You gotta sit up there and go in Timberland boots and then crisscross jeans and a fade with your hat to the back, okay? Because mama and grandmama not gonna be happy and beat you with a broomstick if they really see you dressed up in their dress with your pair of high heels on. That's what I would really be offended by. Okay, that's what I'm just saying. So I want to see you teams tag team women when they come around. Okay, I'll be like, damn, like that's the one that's really offending y'all. They're trying to anyway. We're right along. Thank you, Kimberly Black, for saying it the right way. Respect goes both ways. It's about respect. It's not about what your sex is. Just remember, the initial plan was to take over the beast that I can't do simpletons. But the thing is, if that's their plan, the money ain't gonna follow. I don't know. Maybe the money will follow. I don't know. But like I say, take a step back. Is Lemon Channel beef set the hell the fuck? No, it's not. I don't know what that is over there. I don't know what the hell that is over there. It's chaos land. But it ain't B sector land. I tune in like, who that? Who this? Who this? All these different names. Remix, P, Propane, Undertaker, Damone, Stank Glasses. Who else? Ghetto intellect. How you ghetto? Make sure you don't even want to even let people know you intellectual. You got to put ghetto. Ghetto intellect. Remix. Trucker that from the hill. All this stuff. I'm like, who are these people? Like, y'all names not even unique. I was just like, ugh. Anyway, ugh. But if y'all let them in, just like the movie Sinners, if you let them in, they can't come in until you say what? Come inside. Come inside. And once you come inside, they're trying to kill you and cause mayhem, right? So if y'all see the movie Sinners, what was the premise of that? You had to welcome them in first. If you don't welcome them in, they can't cause no destruction. But y'all welcoming them in and they cause some mayhem. So it's just insane. But anyway, I'm out of here, y'all. Y'all take care. Y'all have a pleasant day. Please stay tuned to the news. Yes, it is almost like wrestling. Wrestling to get the hell up out of here. Um, and they're not even in the sad part. They're not even entertaining. They're not even entertaining at all. I mean, the only way you can say it was maybe entertaining was Shaquille, who would throw a rap here or there, but that's it. That's it. That's it. Oh, you can say binary, but binary, whatever. He don't count because he's just divisive. But with that being said, I'm out of here, y'all. Please make sure y'all stay tuned to the news because every damn day something is popping up that you like, OMG. So we shall see. All right, y'all. I'm out of here, Angela T. You take care of your laughing self. All right, y'all. Thank you once again, Detached, for your kindness. If you want to, feel free to send a gesture $, Sir King Crown. It'll be tremendously appreciated. Don't I hate to say it, but if you need the money for yourself, keep it. I don't want to be sitting up to accepting no money for nobody that might need it in 5 months. Living, you heard that? Get that lady that money back. And that's another thing. I ain't counting nobody coins, but let me tell you something real quick before I gotta go. Child, I'm about to make myself late. Um, when we did stuff over here, yeah, we had a sponsor, but a good majority of that money came out of the proceeds of the channel. So let me get that lady that money back, or at least have some of it back, because that's something you don't want. If that lady passed, child, I'm not going to talk about that. But if that lady something was to happen, that lady don't have medication for her situation, you're gonna be held to the state for real, for real. And I'm just saying, it's just like looking back on when I did it, I had somebody who helped out on that. They were physically fit. They were successful. They wanted to give back. They checked off all the boxes. Okay, and then we put in what was made from the channel back into the channel. But you can't. Child, it's just like you just can't take all the money and run home. You're gonna have to make an investment into your brand, which is your prizes. So, but you gonna soon learn with your hard headed ass. But anyway, I'm out of here. Y'all take care and have a great day. What'd you say? He does say he's giving away 500 to women. Yeah, but he giving 500 away from that lady. He giving he giving $500 away from that mother to another mother. What? No, it's supposed to be you give $500 from your business, your enterprise, and give it back to a mother for Mother's Day. But you can't take from a mother to get to another mother. Oof, child. YP, you too smart for that. Don't fall for the okie doke. Okay, child. YP, I'm gonna have to check on you. I'm gonna check on Ron P. You okay? Sir King, that money is spent in more T-Move sneakers and teleport. Probably so. Mama said, "Pay up." What Mama say? Pay up. All right, y'all. I'm gonna play this in here. Get up out of here. Mama said, "Pay up." This is Lemon Mama, y'all.
Get everybody out my house, but it's Crip style. Watch how I get about my house, y'all. Get out. Get the fuck up my house, nigga. Get the fuck. Get the fuck. Get the fuck up my house, nigga. Get the fuck up my house, nigga. Nigga, Crip up. Get the fuck up my house, nigga.
Oh hell no!
Nigga, Crip up. Get the fuck up my house, nigga. Huh?
Lemon, you better pay up. So you got to get up out of there, Lemon. You better pay up, Lemon. All right, y'all. Take care. Thank you, Natasha. I'm out of here. Have a great day. Be the change you want to see in the world. And one more time, Lemon Mama said, "What?"
Get everybody out my house, but it's Crip style. Watch how I get about my house, y'all. Get out. Get the fuck up my house, nigga. Get the fuck. Get the fuck. Get the fuck up in my house, nigga. Get the fuck up in my house, nigga. Nigga, Crip up. Get the fuck up in my house, nigga.
Oh hell no!
Nigga, Crip up. Get the fuck up in my house, nigga.